Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Tan Dog, and today with a new video. Today we're going to be learning about elements of the periodic table. So on my table just here I've got multiple ones like gold, lead and silver, all in that. But we'll also be learning a bit about different types of space rock forms like tektite, or Australiarite they call it, or impactite. Anyway guys, before we start that, safety first, because I'm not sure how toxic these metals are. So when I come back, I will have my safety other gloves on. Okay guys, we are back. I have my gloves on. Let's start. So, we're going to start off with a bit of a toxic one. This is lead. I have to be careful I don't breathe this in if I grind it up. But this currently weighs like this. Listen to this. That is so heavy. That weighs 250 grams of pure lead. So if you read 999, pure lead, I'm sorry, it might be back to front because it reflects screen, but this one here is very dense. It's about half as dense as gold and copper and all that. But I have noticed, I actually made this today. It's a copper bar. I never melted this down. It's been like banged with a hammer and things like that. But it has been shined up with toothpaste. I find that well doing with coins and things. Not the valuable ones. Don't worry guys, don't panic. But it is nice and shiny. So next, we're going to get on to gold. As I said just then. So guys, I now no longer need gloves. So now we're going to be learning about gold, as I said before. So, in my hand just here is gold. Now this is worth $50 right now. In nugget form, it's 23 karat gold. Gold nuggets aren't pure. Oh, sorry, my little container come apart. I'll just quickly fix that. But this is 23 karat gold. Now gold is very dense. It is even more heavier than lead. It is about 23 instead of 11. I'm not sure, I can't actually remember the actual letters of what you call that, but gold is much heavier than lead. I do have a second nugget. I'm not sure if it's worth showing though, but gold is one of the most popular metals on the market and is very hard to find. They're getting scarce. Get out there guys today and start detecting for it, okay? So next we're going to learn about silver, gold's brother. So now guys, here is some silver. So in my hand now, there's some pure silver little skinny strips. They weigh about 0.3 of a gram little bits. Here it is. It's only light, but this is, this is sterling silver. I melted this down from a silver belt buckle. There is multiple pieces just here. Very heavy though and dense, but it's kind of darker than regular pure silver as I showed you just then. But silver is a nice expensive metal. It is 30 grams an ounce, so there's probably a couple of dollars worth of silver there, but silver is another beautiful metal on the periodic table. So guys, next, we're going to get on to iron. I will show you what iron is. So guys, there is many different types of iron. So there's hematite iron, and there's like different types of shiny iron, all like that. Actually, I do have a piece of hematite. Just hang on guys, I'll be back in a second. Here is the hematite I showed you from the meteorite video. Pretty nice and shiny. And here's the other regular iron. So iron is also very dense. That's probably 20 grams of iron right there. 25 grams of iron. That's the lead. They've got very similar densities, iron and that. So next guys, we're going to go on to, what have I got here? Tin. We'll go into tin next. So next guys, here is our tin. Now, you may think that some of these metals are magnetic. Lead's not magnetic. Gold's not magnetic. Hematite's not magnetic. Silver's not magnetic. This type of iron's not magnetic. This is tin. It is magnetic. Oh, sorry. Dropped it. This is tin. See that magnetic attraction? Very magnetic, like nickel, which I'll show you next. Nickel is something, there's something special about iron and nickel together. I might have mentioned it in last video, but tin, I'll quickly explain. Tin cans was used in old tin cans, like eating tin cans. It was used in food cans, drinking cans exactly. But anyway, pretty cool metal. God, put it back in its little container like that. I've got each container labeled with its name and its element symbol, SN, FE, and then there's AG for silver, C for coal, which I'll show you soon. So next guys, we have nickel, which is also magnetic. Not as much, but still magnetic. Now, nickel's in meteorites, if you remember that from the last video. So is iron, magnetic iron. But nickel is in meteorites. Nickel is melted over way higher than copper and gold. It is not very heavy. That's fairly dense. Well, that's not very dense, but it's got a magnetic attraction. It's pretty cool. I find it really cool. I find that duller colour really awesome. But anyway, guys, we'll put that back. Next, we will get on to titanium. So, guys, here we have titanium, and no, it is not magnetic at all. That is an earth magnet. It is not magnetic. I don't know why it's... Oh, sorry, it's attaching to something else just there. Sorry if that sun is in your eyes, guys. It's getting later in the night, I suppose. But titanium, one of the hardest metals used, the strongest. It's used in a new iPhone 15. I'm currently recording this video with an iPhone 14, which has aluminium outsides. That gives you a hint from what I'm doing next. Aluminium. Let's get on to aluminium, guys. So, guys, iPhone 14, made out of this stuff. Very light, very papery-like aluminium. I cut this off a tin can, which has a plastic layer, but I am going to melt down aluminium ring pulls, which I'll create an aluminium ingot. So eventually you will see that on my channel. I'm waiting for you for a while, but once I get it melted down, you'll get your aluminium. So things that are made of aluminium are today's aluminium cans. Your beer and your soft drink cans and all that. Nothing like lead. Lead's not good. And actually, speaking of that, tin is what cans used to be made out of. I didn't actually know that, but now I do. Aluminium. Next, we're going to be learning about stainless steel and what does the stainless mean. So guys, here's a piece of old knife that I snapped off. Now, watch this with the magnet. Very, very strong magnetic, very strong magnetic attraction. So, with stainless steel, it means it can't rust like regular iron or magnetic iron. It can rust and weather. Stainless steel, very solid, really hard to scratch. That's why it's used in dining ware today, like knives and forks and things. But that's the end of a butter knife. That is stainless steel. So next, we're going to be learning about, is that right? Yeah, Fe. Fe can be stainless steel and iron as well. It's the same thing really. But next we're going to be going on to, what else have we got? Zinc. So guys, you might think, oh, zinc, that's the stuff you put on your nose and your face for your sport day events, blue and red, like that type of thing. But zinc, it's a metal. It's not actually magnetic at all. And it's got a ZN there for zinc. I find it such a cool metal. It's really pretty. That bit was actually put in hydrochloric acid. I think it was like a 3 strength or something. 3% strength. But quite a cool metal. Look it up and you might find some interesting facts about it. It's most reactive with it was most reactive out of nickel, lead, copper. Which, speaking of copper, we'll learn about copper next. So copper, known as Cu, is used in copper pipe, like this up here. Big fat bits of copper pipe, like that. Or you can get, I'll just show you here, large bits of copper pipe. Now, this is pure copper. This is also pure copper. It's used to conduct heat and used for like water filling and all that. But you'll find copper in a lot of things. Copper's in it's made in different alloys and things like bronze, brass. Today's silver coins that you see are made of nickel and mostly copper. But it's a cheap, affordable metal, but I find it really pretty. So next, guys, we're going to learn about, what else have I got left for us to have a look at? Bicarb soda. Let's have a look at that next. This is bicarb soda. It's a powder. Nothing much interesting. That's used for reactions and chemical reactions and things. I use it for cleaning copper coins mainly with lemon and salt. It works very well for cleaning all that old tarnish off, but there's not much I can really tell you about that. So next we're going to learn about some different space things, how space rocks are formed on the ground and all other space rocks like tektite and impactite. So in my hand here is a piece of tektite, also known as Australiaite, because this is Australian tektite. I'm not sure, but if you can see, there might be a slight bit of crystal. I don't know. It's pretty hard to see. If you can see it, make sure you scroll back the video and zoom in, but it's pretty hard to see. But tektite. What is tektite? Well, maybe when they think, oh, it's just a black ashy rock that comes from space, but actually, it's when a rock Well, meteorite, I do have a meteorite. I will show you at the end of this video what it is. You've probably seen in the last video, but I'll give you a nice good close-up with the camera. So tektite is when it hits the earth rocks. So, for example, a piece of limestone or sandstone fuses the area around it, and all this spits out like lava rock and creates a natural silica glass, which is known as tektite. I find it, oh, Jesus, I nearly dropped it. But I found it very pretty rock. Now, next, we're going to learn about impactite. Sounds interesting, doesn't it? In my hand is impactite, which is slightly magnetic. Now, it contains, I suppose, a little percentage of iron, like maybe 20, not even that, 10-15% iron. So what happens, tektite is formed when a meteorite hits the ground and the rocks underneath become melted and fused into this cool lava rock-like shape. It's not lava rock because it looks exactly like, well, actually, no, it can't be lava rock because it's magnetic, and most impactite is formed underneath the middle of the crater. That's where you're going to find it. So it's less common than tektite. So now, guys, we're going to learn about... Actually, no, sorry, guys, we've got nothing else to learn about at the minute, but I'm going to show you a close-up of my meteorite. I'll be back in a minute. Here's the wonderful iron meteorite, guys. I will carefully lift it up, put it on top of that without it falling. I should be careful with being gloves, but nah, don't worry about that. Here's a close-up of that beautiful iron meteorite. It's 4.5 billion years old and also magnetic. So if I put my hand here, put it near that magnet, see it trying to move? I'll do that. I'll do this. This might make it way better. I just can't get to stick. There we go. Sorry guys, here. What about this? This works better, doesn't it? Magnetic meteorite. I'll just put the camera down for a second and take this meteorite off. Anyway, guys, that's all we've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed the video on elements and extra like meteorite, tektite, impactite. I hope you can see that. All the elements and all that there. Thank you so much for joining the video. This is Tan and Dog out.